Ticket Machine is the official ticket broker of Spartan Nation. No matter what you need a ticket for, border to border, coast to coast, the Ticket Machine is your ticket source. So whether you need to get into the hottest concerts, the best sporting events, you want the best seats in the house, or you just want to get in the door, when you want to go to any event that requires a ticket, anywhere, border to border, coast to coast, it's always theticketmachine.com. Theticketmachine.com, 517-655-3201. Check it out today at theticketmachine.com.
Man, freshman football star Garrett Dellinger. Garrett, thanks for joining us, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Love being down here in Clarkston. So we got to start with basketball. Congratulations, state title. Oh, no big deal because you're from Clarkston. They just expect it, right?
Yeah.
How special was it to be on this team?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing playing with all those seniors that already know what they're doing, and just the leadership they have and the connection they have with each other. That's just it's just unreal.
Foster's already starting to recruit you to go to Michigan State. You know that, totally. He told me flat out, I want him to be a Spartan dog with me in East Lansing.
That would be awesome to be one.
And for Kit, too, what did you learn from somebody like Foster? I always like to ask players who've played with great ones, what did you learn from them? What did you learn from Foster?
Oh, Foster, since he was a starter for 4 years, and so he already has a lot of experience, and just knowing the game and how important knowing the game really is, than just how skilled you are, because knowing the game is just a big part of it. And he's just practice, because he's in the gym almost every single day shooting, and that's why he doesn't miss. So
awesome.
And his leadership about being on the team, that's just it's just the best. You can't get better.
Well, Michigan State wants you in a bad way, Garrett. They don't go off for freshmen. So for you, because you're so young, maybe you don't appreciate it. Are you able to appreciate how rare an offer is for a freshman?
That's awesome. That's just so cool.
That is pretty cool. Now,
so cool.
You could play tight end. I mean, Coach Fife was just bragging about your hands. I think if his wife heard him brag about your hands, she's going to get jealous. But talk about those soft hands, will you?
Well, I just watch the ball go in my hands and then just catch it, I guess.
Michigan State, you could play tackle, you could play tight end, you could play a lot of different stuff. Coach Fife thinks he wants to be an outside linebacker. Now, come on, tell the truth. What is the story on you?
I mean, I want to be a defensive player because hitting someone's a lot more fun than trying to block someone. Knocking someone down, that's just a lot more fun to me.
Have you told them you'd like to play? Because I don't think they would have a problem putting you at defensive end or defensive tackle either.
They haven't really asked me, but I've been around Coach Staten a lot more than I had the defensive coach, and so they haven't really asked. But I'll play wherever they put me as long as I'm on the field.
Garrett, I want to talk about maturity. You are a freshman, and so there's always going to be some of that. But you come from an amazing family. Your dad works for the government. He's in the National Guard. Your mom's a great lady. Your brother's a Navy frickin' SEAL, man. I mean, you are a family that gets it. How blessed are you to have the family that you do?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm just because I've seen 4 of my siblings go through high school. 3 of them are, 2 of them I've already graduated from college, and 1's in college right now. So I've seen almost everything, and just they teach me their ways, so I can take my own things that I learned and I take their things that they learn, I put it all together, and I just
now
it's all one.
So I meet your mom and your little brother, there's not much little about him. No wonder your dad has 2 jobs. Your mom has to feed this family. What is mealtime like at the Dellinger house?
It's when all of us used to live together, a few years ago, it was pretty big. We would have let's say it's just pizza night, we would have 6 boxes of pizza. And there would barely be any leftovers. Thanksgiving,
So your mom's just looking forward to somebody else paying the grocery bill. That's awesome. I want to ask you about, we've talked on the radio show a couple of times, but what's your thoughts on Michigan State?
It's awesome. The coaches are just amazing. I just felt when I went back there, I reconnected with them so well. And the facility, I was not really expecting that, but that was their weight room, that was just amazing. And then I only saw one field, the indoor field, when I first went there. And then when I went to the spring practice, I went outside and I saw 2 more fields. I was I didn't think this was possible.
And the plans are to add 2 more outdoor fields.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
So Coach Fife was just bragging about you a minute ago, but he knows your first love is football. He said, because after the games and practices, you'd be like, can I get the keys to the weight room? So did you really just play basketball so you could get in the weight room extra?
I'm like, that was part of it. I was to stay in shape. And I'm like, the weight room's just like, you just got to do that extra to be better. Like even what Foster does, he goes, shoots before practice. You just got to do that extra. So that's just what I did.
Garrett, you have a really good ability to be coached. And the great players take coaching. How hard is it to take coaching? Or is it just natural with you?
I guess it's just natural because like when a coach like is yelling at you, it's not so much that they're like they don't like you. It's more like they're trying to help you. So getting yelled at is like they're just trying to correct so they make you better. And that's how I take it as, is trying to get better. So
I heard a funny story about you. Do you fear mom or dad more? Because I heard your mom this tiny little thing, but I heard you fear.
Definitely
really?
Mom.
You fear dad more than mom?
Yeah, like dad's more like chill, and then mom just is like, I don't know, just.
Because I heard you feared mom more. You don't?
No, I definitely fear mom.
Oh, I was going to say, I heard that you were absolutely afraid that your mom even thinks about cracking a whip and, yes, ma'am. All right. What'd you think of practice? I saw you up at practice the other day. What'd you think of it?
Oh, that was awesome. Just to see like how they like do it, like the way, the order they do it, going from like individuals to like having sometimes like defense come and like work together as like instead of like an offense and defense line, like as a lineman as general, and see like how to go against each other. Like form was like I learned a lot of things, like if you're getting bull rush, how to like readjust, and just like everything. I just learned a ton.
How tall are you and how much do you weigh today?
I'm like 6'6", 250.
Okay, so you're up a little bit in weight then.
Yeah.
Good for you. But it doesn't look like you're adding fat. It's all that extra weight time, huh?
Yeah.
Good for you. All right, I want to just a couple more questions, but I think they're important ones because I want to get your mindset. For you, you love the game of football. Some people have God-given talent, but they don't love it. Some love it, but have no God-given talent. You have both. So what do you do to keep the game in love? I mean, it's like my parents were married for 60 years. How my dad stayed married to my mom that long, I'll never know. But I remember my dad saying, you have to work to stay in love. How do you stay in love with the game? Because you're so talented so early.
Well, I don't know, just like, it's just like games. I love games. Like that's just like, I think football games are just the most fun thing because it's just competitive. And I love like being competitive. So going against other teams that are like going against other kids like West Bloomfield, some of those kids were a lot better than I was. So I was like, okay, like I'm not there yet, so I want to get there to be the best. And that just like drives me to just be the best and just love like just what I do. Like
Foster Lawyer says you're a happy guy, but he doesn't think people understand how competitive you are. So where does this inner demon beast come from with you?
Well, I guess it just like. So I'm like when you step on the court, it changes. Like when at like school, you be fun, and then just when you're on the court, it just like it's a flip of a switch.
Well, the thing that gets me is talking to you outside, which I have several times. You're such a good kid. I told somebody it's like goes from Howdy Doody to the Tasmanian Devil. You don't even know who Howdy Doody is, do you?
No, I know who Tasmanian Devil is.
Anyways, the point is you go from the All-American boy next door to this devil because, I mean, it comes out in you. And that's what happens in great athletes, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. For you, what do you love most about the game of football?
Well, I like just like kind of like the teamwork in general because if one person's not doing their job, then everything's shut down. Like if one lineman lets his defensive lineman through, then like quarterback has to scramble and then the play's kind of ruined. But if you all work together, it's like teamwork and it's just fun hitting someone. I
say this all the time because I'm a big ugly like you. You tell me if I'm wrong. There's nothing prettier in the world. No woman, no painting in a museum, no ballet. There's nothing prettier than 5 300-pound offensive linemen working in total unity. Is it not just a thing of beauty?
That really is.
Oh, I love it.
Cool. I love it too.
I totally agree. Nothing prettier in the world. Lastly, I end with this because it's the most important. When guys are talented like you early and they get scholarship, they have a tendency to get full of themselves. Foster said you didn't. Kithier said you didn't. Coach Fife says you didn't. And Coach Fife said what made him even more proud is the more accolades you got, the harder you worked. He said you kill it in the classroom. So that speaks about something a lot more important than football skills. It speaks of character. What's character mean to you?
Character to me is like just who you are as a person, and just like, so like some kid comes up to you and just like tries to talk to you, like you're just nice to him in general, like you just do like the right thing. So it's like you just do what you're supposed to do. Well,
with a family of servants, you know, your dad in the military, your brother's a SEAL, man. You really learned about servanthood. I appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time, brother.
Thank you for coming.